Well, happy holidays, everybody. It's Dr. Hank here, Agent Wealth Network, and you know what we do here. We help agents to build their business and to build their wealth. And today, socially, I just, in fact, wrote an article about, how was 2018 and what's trending in 2019. And a lot of good things are trending in 2019, virtual staging to drone demos to, especially the social media continues to grow. And, every week I have a very special guest, like the expert of experts in whatever category it is. And today I have Zachary Hedges. And Zachary is the president and co-founder of My Digital Clients. But what's cool about this, it's the only social marketing technology powered by artificial intelligence that will actually write the content for you in order to get business. And in fact, we'll get into this all with Zach as we get going here. But just to give you a little tease that we had one of our agents use it for the first 30 days and sold 3 homes just using that. There's other agents, 5, 6 homes they're selling. So this is a way to do it that can be linked with different lead programs and everything. So I am so excited to welcome Zachary. And Zachary, how are you, Zachary?
I'm doing great, Dr. Hank. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for your time if you're watching this video and hearing what we got to say. So appreciate it.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, pre-built marketing, and I love that I love your sign back there, in the social media marketing, and just got an AI makeover. And I think sometimes I need an AI makeover. And before we do begin too much, I have to say my wife, before she left, she said, is this going to be evergreen? Which I said, what does that mean again? She said, where you could use this video all year round. And I said, sure, I dress like this all the time. So anyways, Merry Christmas, everybody. And this is my Christmas suit that I wanted to wear on this special day with Zachary here. And so Zachary, tell us on, how do you get involved with real estate to do, well, it's really probably technology that you did, but if you can give us a little background on kind of how you started and realized that there was a need for this in the real estate industry.
Sure. So I've been in technology for over 15 years. I've been in software for over 8 years. I
Yeah.
have 2 patents for my software. And
Wow.
we decided to do a year ago was we wanted to solve the problem that real estate agents face, mortgage brokers, as well as pretty much all small businesses face, right? Which is a content development problem, right? You have all this great technology out there, email marketing and social media and all these things, but for most folks, you're not writers, you don't understand all this how to what's a call to action and what to say and how to say. So you get all these tools, whether it's email marketing or social media, and it's like having
Yeah.
a blank canvas. You just go, what do I say? Where do I start? And so you either don't use them effectively or you don't use them enough. And so your marketing suffers, right? Because, as a real estate agent or a broker or just any small business, you probably wear a lot of hats, right? You got to make your meetings,
Yeah.
you got to sell, you're the accountant, you're this, you're that. So marketing sometimes suffers. And so we wanted to be the first company to solve that problem, that
Wow.
content, the creation problem that small businesses have. And obviously we
Yeah.
wanted to use, the future of technology. And that's artificial intelligence, machine learning, the computer brain, the Watsons and the Googles and all these things, the Siri that you get on your phone. We wanted to use that same technology and say, can we train that to create content? And then obviously distribute that content like you would, in other solutions you may use for social media. But really, we're about AI content creation. That's what's different. We're on the forefront. We're trailblazers in that space, which is using artificial
Yeah.
intelligence to create content. And obviously, it just made sense for us that real estate, the real estate industry, real estate agents, mortgage brokers were a perfect vertical to train this artificial intelligence on. We understand
Yeah.
your business. We understand your need for speed, for
Yeah.
getting the messages out, building your brands online, because that's where you're going to find your next crop of customers. Whether you're listing a house or you're selling, or you're selling somebody's house or finding them a house, whatever the case may be. Social media is a
Yeah.
powerful tool for you. We realize most real estate agents aren't really using it effectively enough, and so we felt like this AI could really help there.
That's really you brought up so many great points here, and I'll give some examples to all of my dear friends out there that like on LinkedIn, I will try to connect with people, and no matter what I say, I mean, I'll be lucky to get the automatic thanks back. It just says automatically, thanks, and I never hear from them again. In my social media, like on Facebook, that I'll write an article. Like I just wrote an article about what happened in 2018 and then the trends coming in 2019. And I think it's very valuable and it'll help you to be able to more effectively, our agents and brokers talk to sellers and buyers and based on these trends. And like I'll publish that and, get a few likes or whatever. And I'll show a picture of my dog and I get 100 likes. And it's just like this scripting, and that I know that in the coaching world, when I used to actively coach, I still coach when people really have a deep, burning desire to do something. But I found that I mean, there are people that are paid like $10,000 just to write a good script for you on whether it's your website or what you're doing on the social network. So I think some of us don't realize on how important this content is. And so can you help us with how does this work then, Nat? What type of how so let's say I want to be on Facebook and I want to use your technology. And so maybe kind of walk us through on how would we get the technology, what is the technology, and then how it works and how it'll specifically be like those agents that in the first month sold 3 homes. Or agents that I know have used, the product have told me they, are selling 5, 6 homes more now because of it. So can you kind of walk us through on how does all this play out here?
Yeah. So, obviously, it's a consistency of posting, right? Because you're building your brand out there. And what you don't realize, especially on Facebook, I can go into Facebook, I can do a search. Let's say I'm looking for a real estate agent. I can just go into that search bar and put real estate agent, my local town. And it's going to pop up all of these business pages of real estate agents that are actually using social media. And I'm just going to go, well, okay, who's this person? And click, and now I'm on their business page. Well, if you don't have any posts going on, if you're not showing how you just sold 3 houses in the last month, how, hey, I can help you, if you're not branding yourself and showing your success, then you're losing on potential customers that could hit the message button and message you and go, hey, or comment on a post and go, hey, can you help me? I'd like a consultation. Because you're not posting, you're not showing that.
Yeah, can I need to just ask here. So you're saying when they do a search, which is really getting the way to do it is, you go not just to Google anymore, you go to Facebook, and they do a search and do realtor in whatever area it is, that you're saying it directs them to their business page and not to their personal page. Is that correct?
It's going to look up, yeah, well, what it's going to do is it's going to see if you have any friends that are real estate agents. So it's going to give you a listing of the friends you're connected to. And then if you're not connected to any friends that are real estate agents, or maybe it's only one, the rest on the list is going to be business pages based on locally, as close to you as possible. Wow. So now all of a sudden, you're looking at this list of 20 real estate agents, and there's 20 potential real estate agents that me as a customer can work with. So I'm going to start clicking around, looking at those Facebook. So what am I looking at on your Facebook? Am I looking at 1 post last year? You know what I'm saying? Or 2 posts every 6 months? Or am I looking at a real estate agent that's showing me that they're working their business, that they're successful in their business? And so what our tool does is it allows you to create campaigns in literally minutes. So if you're a realtor and you want to promote the fact you just sold a new house, you can literally create 30 days worth of posts on that house in a matter of minutes. If it's, hey, I have an open house coming, come join me next Saturday at 3 p.m. at so-and-so street, I can create a week's worth of posts or a month's worth of posts promoting my open houses, the products I've sold, the houses I just listed, the houses that are pending, even generic posts like, hey, I'm so-and-so real estate agent at real estate office. I can help you list your house. I just sold this house last week, and I can help you do the same, right? Or, hey, I can help looking for your dream home, looking for your next single family home. I can help you do the same. Those kind of posts. And the beautiful thing about technology is it's really flexible. So if you're in commercial real estate, you can easily swap out homes for office buildings, right? So it's very flexible in that way, whether you're on the commercial side, whether you're on the home side, it's all there for you. And here's the beautiful thing. What our clients are seeing is that before it would take them 5 to 10 hours a week to generate this content. Like I said before, to sit with the blank canvas. And now with artificial intelligence, they can generate a month's worth of posts in a matter of minutes, and then they can tweak those posts, right? Because some people are going to love a post that the artificial intelligence writes, and others are going to be like, well, I want it to have my own voice. I want it to have my own spin. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So that way, you instead of starting with a blank canvas, maybe you have a post that takes you from A to X. You tweak it in 5 minutes. You swap an image out. Maybe you don't like the image. Maybe you want to use custom image. You have full control over everything. But now you've taken the time, shorten that time down. You know what I mean? From hours to 10 or 15 minutes. And if you're a real estate agent that has 5 or 6 homes in a month, right, or more, you know what I'm saying, and you have a lot of things you have to promote, you could set up 5, 6, 7, 10 campaigns for everything you're doing in a month in 10 or 15, 20 minutes. And now you're knowing that your social media is promoting for you while you're sleeping, while you're with your family. And then you can be doing the other things in your business, which is selling the homes, right? Having those meetings, doing the tours, closing the business, and your social media is running so that, one, you're building your brand, right, on social media. You're showing the world that, hey, I'm a successful real estate agent. I can do this for you. And when people do those searches, and the same searches, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, Twitter's got search tools too as well, they'll be finding you, and you'll be building your brand, and in turn, selling homes quicker and bringing in new business. Now, those people you discussed, those real estate agents, before pre-built, they were doing their strategies. They weren't really getting much results, and then they started using pre-built and getting those posts out and promoting those properties, and they were selling properties that they couldn't sell before they had pre-built. Now they're selling with pre-built, and they're getting comments and likes, and people go, oh, that's a beautiful home. Da, 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 da. They weren't getting that engagement before. So that's the power of what pre-built marketing does, but also the power of leveraging social media correctly. And that's what we do. We let you leverage social media correctly, quickly, and get you to speed to market fast. So,
wow, that's fantastic. Now, you mentioned LinkedIn. So can you use your pre-built marketing and this artificial intelligence and the content written in what area? Can I do it Facebook? Can I do it Twitter? Can I do LinkedIn?
So right now you can do it for Facebook. You can do it on your Facebook business or fan pages. Okay, you can post directly there. Because of the rules and the Russia stuff and all the privacy stuff, they don't allow third parties to post to your personal timelines anymore. But you can post to your business pages. Then you can share, within Facebook to your personal timelines, right, with the share button. Okay. So it's a little bit, if you want to promote on the personal stuff, you can still do it that way. LinkedIn, we share directly to your LinkedIn timelines, your LinkedIn profile pages there, your activity feed. So that's easy enough. And, LinkedIn has even more in-depth search tools than Facebook does. So if I wanted to find a real estate agent on LinkedIn, I could just go super deep and find all the real estate agents, in it everywhere I want. And then Twitter, we go right to your Twitter pages. So that's what we have right now. We hope to have Instagram next year, Pinterest as well. Those are on the horizon for us. But right now it is Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So.
And aren't those the main ones anyways?
Yeah, well, do you know that there's over Mark Zuckerberg just recently said there's over 80 million small businesses on Facebook alone. And, for a real estate agent, Facebook and LinkedIn are really your two most powerful tools. I mean, I know some don't get me wrong, Instagram is great, and I'm sure there's lots of success stories with Instagram.
Sure,
but
sure.
if sometimes it can be hard to juggle 3 or 4 different social networks at a time. So, there's definitely, I would recommend that you could spend the rest of your life on Facebook and LinkedIn and do very fine just with those two. Trust me on that. And you made a good point earlier, Dr. Hank, about, social media isn't just about selling, right? It's about, positioning yourself as a thought leader and showing the human touch, right? Like you said, you put a picture of your dog, now you're getting comments, right? So it's important that everybody understands that, pre-built marketing, it does your marketing messages, right? It writes, hey, come to this open house. Hey, I can help you sign. It doesn't write, hey, check out the picture of my dog and, it was jumping in the mud, right? It doesn't write that. So I want to be clear, what it does. So you still need to do that human touch, but that's okay because that's, for most people, that's a lot easier, right? To talk about something fun versus a marketing message. So you intermix the two, and now you've got a real great strategy of the human touch, the branding of yourself, branding of your business. Put that together, you got a winning combination.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. So how would I start this? So, I think all of us understand that the social media in 2019, I love looking at, the year ahead and planning, and I want to help everybody to really start thinking about what's your strategy, what do you want to achieve and how do you want to do it and make it all easy and fun. And so this is one strategy that we definitely, all of us need to do. If you're going to be in the game, you got to be in the game in the social media. Now you're sharing with us how to really get in there and to get the likes, get that engagement, on there. So how do I start this? Because it's kind of like, hey, we already have full plates. And so, how easy is this for us to apply, to use it? What's the cost? We can
Sure,
kind of
sure.
get to the nitty gritty on it.
Sure. So, we have a lot of videos and you can get deeper into all the specifics of the product. If you want to go online, you can visit growit.prebuiltmarketing.com. That's growit, GROWIT prebuiltmarketing.com. Okay, that's where you can watch the videos and get in-depth detail. The product costs $127 a month to be a customer. You can cancel at any time. Okay, you can use it if it's not for you. That's okay too. But it's really flexible in that way. Remember, you are paying for content creation, and you mentioned earlier, Dr. Hank, that there are consultants that will charge you thousands of dollars a month to write these posts, right? So
Right,
this is
right.
you have to think of what we call our artificial intelligence Amy. Okay, we've named her Amy, which is short for Artificial Intelligence Marketing Interface. So what you're really doing is
Oh,
you're
that's
putting
great.
Amy to work for you. Okay, this is like
Uh-huh.
having an AI content writer that's writing for you. Okay, your post. And here's the other beautiful thing: she's also analyzing your live data. So as people are sharing and commenting and all this, she's gathering that data and she's using that to train herself on how to write better next time. So when you come back in month 2, 3, and 4, she's learning from the live data and going, you know what? I told in the first month that they should visit us at this house today, but we realize when we say, hey, you're going to lose this house if you don't come today, we're getting
Yeah.
20% more engagement. She starts to
Yeah.
learn from that. So you have to
Wow.
think it's like having a full-time staff member monitoring your social media 24/7 and reacting
Wow.
to the live results. So you're getting all that for $127 a month, no commitment, no contract. And like I said, as soon as you sign up, it is as easy as connecting your Facebook, your LinkedIn, and Twitter, like you've done probably 1,000 other times with hundreds of other apps. Just click and you approve.
Right.
Now you've
Okay.
connected it. And we've made this so easy. It's literally a 4-step process. Like I said, I come from the software world, so I
Yeah.
wanted to build this for those non-tech savvy folks. Those folks that maybe
Right.
just the computer is just one of those things that is not their forte. And I wanted to make it as easy as possible within little 3 or 4 clicks. They can generate
Yeah.
a campaign. So you literally will pick a category, one click. You'll go to a page where it's a questionnaire. Every category is different, but most of them are 3 or 4 or 5 questions. They'll ask you, basic stuff. Hey, the name of your company, the name of you, where do you want people to go, your phone number, your blah blah blah. A couple sentences of information, and you hit a button called build, and it just builds a week's worth of campaign, a post, excuse me, a
Wow.
month, whatever time frame you've picked. And the beautiful thing about it, it already tells you the best times to post it, what day to post it. It's all built for you. So literally, it's all locked in. You can look at each post, you can edit, tweak it. If you look at all 10 posts and go, it's perfect, you can hit one button and schedule it to all 3 networks at the same time. So when I say literally, you could come in here and in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, create a campaign and hit the button and post. You literally could do that. It's
Wow.
literally that easy and that quick. So
That's great. Well, we love that being easy and it sounds great. So, can you share with us some of the experiences and agents here? I just dropped something here. What did the agents? So what have they experienced? And I think I mentioned a little initially on their success rate, but what are agents saying about your pre-built marketing
yeah,
and Amy? I love that Amy.
no, exactly. We want to get her talking one day too, like Siri. So we got a lot of fun things we want to do.
Cool.
It comes down to a couple core benefits, right? Obviously the selling of homes. At the end of the day, all these efforts are about bringing on new customers, right, and selling homes. That's the goal here, right? And so
Yep.
our current real estate customers that we have quite a few on there. They're attributing our technology to helping them sell these homes that they were having trouble selling before, right? Because they can get the
Uh-huh.
message out, they can get that out to a broader audience. So that's obviously a really big benefit. The other major benefit is time savings. I go back to this, but these agents that are using us now are agents that maybe already had a pretty good social media presence, So they were more comfortable with writing, and they were literally spending 5 to 10 hours a week, and now they're down to a half hour a week. Sometimes they spend an hour in a week, and they post for the month. So the time savings for them is great. And a lot of these
Yeah,
folks that are our customers as well, they know maybe they're a little more comfortable with writing. So they love the idea that they don't have to start with the blank canvas. They can just tweak
yeah,
it. They can throw their little spin on it, their touch on it,
yeah,
and they can just get through it because when you have this list of to dos in a day,
yeah.
busting out social media posts can easily fall to the bottom of that list. You need to do it, but you just go, wait a second, hold up, I got to do this, and then all of a sudden 5 o'clock rolls around, and you're like, yeah, I still got 3 other things on my list today, and social media is still at the bottom, and then you don't even do it. So just getting the content out, having the strategy and the brand, the time savings, the cost savings is the other thing too. Some of these folks were spending with other services $300, $400, $500 a month. We had one lady who was spending $1,000 a month on a social media marketing writer. She's now
Yeah.
saving almost $900, $870 a month,
Right,
$25 a month
right,
on
right.
that service. So she's saving money, she's doing it herself, and she's getting it done quicker. So,
Zachary, you bring up a great point there that that we looked at how do you become a $10 million agent? What does an agent do to become a $10 million agent? And what we found is a couple of key things, and one of them is an overall umbrella of they invested in themselves and in the resources. And so two of the top resources that they invested in is number one, a leads program. So they invested a lot of money. And so, like, for example, under this DocHankWebinar.com, agents can find out for a fraction of the cost how to get the number one leads program and to be able to use it. Because in essence, what we've done, I'm with eXp Realty, and what we've done is we've developed a platform on how to help agents become a $10 million producer or more. And so the first thing was to invest. And so most agents don't invest 10, 20, $30,000 a year in their lead programs. Now they can. The other thing was training. We found that training was so important. And now you're bringing up an excellent point on, really the high-end agents and brokers, and sometimes they don't tell you this, but they're hiring people, to write their content and to do their scripts. And they're, like you say, they're paying these big bucks for that, and then you wonder, well, gee, what kind of return are they getting? And that's why they're the top agents in the market, because of what they're doing. And so this gives you, I think what your product is, your app is, and this artificial intelligence, and I love Amy, that I think what you're doing is, I use it to a baseball analogy, and it's a baseball player, let's say in college, that if they're hitting 200, that means they hit two out of every 10 times that they're up. And if they hit 300, that means they're hitting so just one more time every 10 times at bat. And the difference is millions of dollars. Is if you're hitting 300, you'll be able to go to the pros to get millions of dollars. And I think what you're doing is you're giving us the tool, the bat, if you will, the eyes, the ability to be able to go from a 200 to a 300, which 3 out of 10 deals and leads, prospects, all of us would love. And I think you're delivering that for us.
well, no, I think that's a great analogy, and I couldn't agree more. We are definitely the bat. We allow you to get up to the plate and swing. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? And everybody's all
Yeah.
eyes will be different and return on investment. But you got to look at social media as a long-term play. You don't stop in month 1, 2, 3, 4. You are positioned. You are building you as a brand, as a top real estate agent in your local area, as the reason why somebody wants to work with you. So you should not stop posting. And that's in general, whether pre-bill marketing is for you or just anything. Social media, you need to consistently post. I could throw more studies at you of the returns of people who consistently post, how much more leads they get, how much more sales, and blah 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 boom. And
Wow.
there's tons of stuff. The statistics are mind blowing. People don't realize that consistency in posting is your key to social media. And then some people will say, well, I don't have that many fans or followers. How do I get more followers? I need to have more followers, right? To make it just, no, you don't. Because by consistently posting, more people will start to share you. You'll get found in those searches, which will lead to more followers. And the other thing too is even if you pay to get followers, you boost the post, you do this, you do that, whatever. If you're not posting, why would those people continue to keep following you? Why would they hit the like button or go follow you if they go to your page and they don't see that you're sharing anything of value to them? So consistency, if I left you all with one thing today, obviously I'm learning what I do and what we offer, but in general, you took one thing. Start posting. Consistency of posting is what's going to help you in your real estate business.
Well, there you go. There, and that's it. And and it's also where the people are that to back that up is it's where are the people, because wherever the people are, that's where you need to do. And it's not in newspapers anymore. It's not so much in radio and TV. It's so, spaced out, and there's so much of it out there. There's so much noise. And for you to get beyond that noise, and so this idea about consistency of posting, and it's just a great thing that, I think most of us just didn't realize on just how important that is, and how you can build your readership. I had Slav Polinsky on last week, and this guy, just with 125 people, like clients, his list, it's just 125, but he has a $10 million business because of the referrals from just those 125. So it's really not the numbers. I mean, in LinkedIn, I have over 10,000, connections, whatever. I don't think I've ever gotten any business on LinkedIn. Okay. And so, I got a lot, but, it really hasn't done anything. And probably because of this whole idea about consistency of, posting and value and, what you are posting. And so that's great. So, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about, your understanding of what we need to do in 2019 to really make it the best, and kind of the steps that we can do in order to build our business in 2019?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've kind of harped on it over and over again, but I think that, more real estate agents need to spend more time on their social media marketing strategies and their branding, just their overall brand development. And I think one way of doing that, and, a couple key things is make sure you have a good headshot, especially on LinkedIn. It's a professional network. Have a clean looking headshot, have a banner behind you on LinkedIn or, on your business Facebook pages that articulates the businesses you're in, how people can get a hold of you. There's some great apps out there. You can even do it in our app if you become a customer, but there's a lot of great little graphic design apps that you can use to create very clean looking stuff. You want to position yourself, make sure that your profiles are fully filled out, especially on LinkedIn. You have your bio and all of your information and all that kind of stuff. Use those tools, learn these, obviously when you have time, learn these apps. There's a lot of amazing little nuggets of gold in these social networks that you probably don't know. Ways of you finding those clients. If you are more of a high net worth type of real estate agent looking for the bigger listings, looking for more high net worth individual clients, you're going to want to use LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is going to give you search tools that are going to allow you to pinpoint looking for senior level executives with this type of income in my city, and you can drill that down. So now you can start to prospect those folks, right? And then we circle back to, okay, you get somebody to look at your profile. What are they looking at? If they're looking at a picture of your dog, if they're looking at, no banner behind you, if they're looking at, you only sold one house last year, they're going to go to the next case, right? But if you look like $1 million, right, because you've done the work, now all of a sudden you've got the presentation, right? So I would just say get more focused on that 2019, get your social presence where it needs to be. That in time is going to lead to more business for you. Trust me on that. And don't get so caught up in social media on, I didn't sell my house in the first week I did, right? You know what I mean? Like in any business, it took time, right? If you're a successful real estate agent, you didn't just build it in the first month. You're building and building. Dr. Hank, you're not successful in the first day, You built this over time. You built your brand over time, right? It's the same thing for everything. You've got to build the brand, and then the referral base will go and that. And one more point too, just the power of social media. You mentioned that you didn't, you haven't gotten a customer from LinkedIn or whatever the case may be. I once got a $50,000 client from a Twitter tweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
So I had in the financial, when I used to run my multimedia business, we had a blog strategy, we had a social strategy, and we pushed out a blog, and we were promoting a blog article about, and a financial services client saw it, and they contacted us, instant message to say, hey, I'm looking for a marketing agency for your services, and you hit it right on the money, what I'm looking for. I flew to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I had a $50,000 client off of a tweet. So this stuff works and it's
Yeah.
powerful, but you got to put the work into it and you got to stay consistent. And then you'll get results in the future. So hopefully that
You
helps.
know, and that's great counsel too. And I'm going to give an example for all of us on, you're right, it's one step at a time. And I just got back from Egypt. And in Egypt, before seeing the big pyramids, they took us, we had a private guide, and they took us to these smaller pyramids that none of us have really heard about or know about, and it's called the step pyramids. And what that was the first pyramids that were built, and they were only like 30 feet high, and they didn't have very good circles, edges to them, that it literally was kind of, that's why they call it the step pyramids, as it had, these steps that were on it. And so what the whole point behind that is that, the big pyramids weren't just built. That what happened is the small pyramids were built, and a step pyramid was built, and they got it to where they could increase their imagination then and their creativity, and eventually brought built these mammoth pyramids that are aligned literally to the stars, that are out of the seven wonders in the world. It's still the only one standing. So, it's a way of knowing that, hey, just one step at a time. Doesn't matter what has happened in the past and what you did in 2018. What matters is, what are you going to do this year? And then in social media, it's a key area for you to get connected to your current friends, your current clients, and then to be able to reach out and get more. And basically, Zachary, what you're doing is you're providing us a way to have those consistent postings, to have that artificial intelligence to do it, save us time, save us money, and to get more business and close more homes, right?
You got it. Yep. And like I said before, to learn more, go to growit.prebuiltmarketing.com and
Okay.
you can get all the details. So
That sounds great. Well, we'll do that, and I appreciate your time. Anything else you'd like to leave with us?
no, happy holidays. I wish I had a jacket like that. I didn't know. I should have, I should have gotten my Christmas stuff.
Well, I'll show the short little story on that. That I went and I was looking for something Christmassy. I have a couple of Christmas parties this week, and so I went to Target, and so I found these suits, and they didn't fit me at all. So the suit cost me, I think, $65. To get it tailored cost me $85. So it costs more to get it tailored than to buy the suit. But there you go. That, yeah, indeed. Zachary, thanks so much for being our guest today. And you just have really helped us a lot with understanding what to do and the steps to take in order to really start generating and being out there with the social media. And to all of you, that we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a 2019 that's going to be your best ever if you take our counsel on what we do here at Agent Wealth Network. And with that, I wish you all the best. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Thank you, Zach.